be here this evening and to be able to support the amazing work being done by Wolfson Children's Hospital to help so many kids in need. As you may know, Wolfson has been recognized year after year as one of America's best children's hospitals. Earlier this evening, as Michael mentioned, a few of us had the opportunity to tour the new facilities, and it is truly impressive. The improvements will allow Wolfson to become the preeminent children's hospital, not just in Florida, not just in the United States, but worldwide. And that's very, very exciting. Landstar is proud to be a small part of such an important mission, which is also made possible by the great work of the Women's Board, the Florida Forum, and of course the generous support from many of you in the audience tonight. So thank you for that support. It truly is a worthy cause to be able to change the lives of so many children. So before I introduce our special guest tonight, I'd like to just share a very short personal story. So in the mid-1970s, my family moved from Italy to Houston, Texas. I was about 8 years old, and yes, now you can do the math and know that I am old enough to be an AARP member. Of course, I haven't joined. I refuse to admit that I'm old. I didn't speak a word of English, and I'm still working on that. I knew nothing, literally nothing about football. I thought football was a kind of a strange name for a sport that you play with your hands, unlike the football that we played in Italy. I learned that the World Cup of football was called the Super Bowl. I learned that there was a team that wore really cool black and yellow uniforms, and their name was the Steelers, which I thought was also kind of a strange name for a football team. And I kept wondering, what did they steal? Until finally I realized they didn't steal anything. The other thing I realized after seeing them not only appear in, but also win the World Cup of football in almost every year in the late 1970s, these guys are hands down the best. And in particular, that young man throwing that ball, that oddly shaped ball, for what seemed like miles, was incredible. I mean, this guy was incredible. So that's my memory as a child. And what I think is also incredible is that, at least in my little world, is that a half century later, in a place far, far away from my homeland, I would have the honor and privilege of introducing to you that same young man. He may have changed a little bit on the outside, but to me, he still very much seems like a young man at heart. And I had the opportunity to meet him tonight, and I think he's going to be a hoot tonight. You guys are going to have fun. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce tonight's guest. This evening's moderator will be Sam Kavaris, named one of the 50 most influential people in Jacksonville. Kavaris is a columnist for the Florida Times-Union and serves as the president and CEO of Pegasus Media Productions, operating samsportsline.com. For 37 years, he served as the sports director for Channel 4 News and has anchored many sports specials throughout the years. He is an Emmy winner and won the Associated Press Broadcast Award, as well as many other honors, including Sportscaster of the Year by numerous organizations. And of course, joining Sam on stage tonight will be Terry Bradshaw, a four-time Super Bowl quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's been Super Bowl MVP twice and is a Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. He was the first player selected for the draft in 1970, becoming one of the most prolific quarterbacks in history. He's a multi-Emmy Award-winning broadcaster for Fox NFL Sunday. Currently, he has duo roles as co-host and analyst on Fox NFL Sunday. Along with his broadcasting career, Mr. Bradshaw has appeared in several feature films, including Failure to Launch, and has guest starred in numerous television shows, and is currently starring with his family in the Bradshaw Bunch. Funny show, if you haven't seen it. He has won numerous awards and honors during his career and works on behalf of those less fortunate, helping to raise money and awareness for countless charitable organizations. Oh, I just realized I left out a line. Mr. Bradshaw has a successful career in singing and is the author of 5 books. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sam and Terry.